Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Friday the 21st of October 2016 and we're briefly commenting on last night's annual Alfred E. Smith Memorial Foundation Dinner, a white tie gala in New York that is often the last time the two presidential nominees share a stage before Election Day. We are very well aware of the extent the left-wing media in the United States is somewhat slanted against Donald Trump. Some of it deserved, and much of it not. Our own political stance can be perhaps summarised as traditionally conservative, and therefore would, in the main, like to see a Republican candidate win. Though we were highly critical of the last George Bush presidency. We quite frankly feel that the current race for the presidency could have been fought by better candidates on each side than those currently in place. But we all have to deal with the reality of the present. We are also cognizant of the fact that many of our listeners are Trump supporters, and we have been somewhat critical of him in recent weeks, though we feel that he has deserved some criticism. So when we watched the Alfred Smith Dinner last night, and Donald Trump stood up and began his speech, we thought, yes, we can use this and give him praise. What a terrific speech. Indeed, he began with some self-deprecating humour, and then gave an absolutely hilarious joke or two. Just listen.
You know, they say when you do this kind of an event, you always start out with a self-deprecating joke. Some people think this would be tough for me, but the truth is, I'm actually a modest person, very modest. It's true. In fact, many people tell me that modesty is perhaps my best quality. Even better than my temperament. You know, Cardinal Dolan and I have some things in common. For instance, we both run impressive properties on Fifth Avenue. Of course, his is much more impressive than mine. That's because I built mine with my own beautifully formed hands. Well, his was built with the hands of God, and nobody can compete with God. This is corny stuff. I do recognize that I come into this event with a little bit of an advantage. I know that so many of you in the Archdiocese already have a place in your heart for a guy who started out as a carpenter working for his father. I was a carpenter working for my father. I have no doubt that Hillary is going to laugh quite a bit tonight, sometimes even at an appropriate moment. And even tonight, with all of the heated back and forth between my opponent and me at the debate last night, we have proven that we can actually be civil to each other. In fact, just before taking the dais, Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me." Oh, this one's going to get me in trouble. Not with Hillary. You know, the president told me to stop whining. But I really have to say, the media is even more biased this year than ever before, ever. You want the proof? Michelle Obama gives a speech, and everyone loves it. It's fantastic. They think she's absolutely great. My wife, Melania, gives the exact same speech. And people get on her case. And I don't get it. I don't know why.
We felt if this continues, we have a wonderful, praiseworthy video to do for our Trump supporters. And then he ruined it. He then moved on to comments such as, quote, Hillary is so corrupt she got kicked off the Watergate Commission. How corrupt do you have to be to get kicked off the Watergate Commission? Pretty corrupt, unquote. He then made it worse by saying, quote, Hillary believes that it's vital to deceive the people by having one public policy and a totally different policy in private. Here she is tonight, in public, pretending not to hate Catholics, unquote. So he managed to move the audience, and even Hillary herself, from applause and laughter to boos and just a polite clap at the end. Now some of you may say, good on him, not afraid to be politically incorrect. But Donald, this was a fundraising dinner set up for the purpose of raising money for needy children, which it did some $6 million. And the protocol is self-deprecation and a few minor digs at your opponent. He had it in the bag and then blew it. He has done the same thing on a number of policy issues during the debates. Why, oh why, does he insist on snatching defeat from the jaws of victory? We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumb up and share it on Twitter. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe as a free member for regular email updates and offers. Our Facebook page, which is updated daily, can be found at facebook.com/illuminatisilver. Disclaimer. Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.